The MOU between Adani Defence and Aerospace and Embraer aligns precisely with this strategic shift towards Make in India. Embraer brings into this partnership decades of global experience in aircraft design, manufacturing, certification and support, and its presence across civil, defence and special mission aircraft provides a unique opportunity to explore synergies that extend beyond individual platforms to encompass systems integration, sustainment and technological innovation.
We see a big future ahead of us here in India, and we believe the stars are aligning to connect the initiative for the Make in India. We believe there's a huge opportunity here with regional aircraft, and I would like to have my few minutes that I have with you here to share a little bit of background of Embraer and why we see this as such an important market.
It is with immense pride that I announce that Adani Defence is today entering into a landmark partnership with Embraer, one of the world's foremost aircraft manufacturers. Together, we will establish a regional aircraft manufacturing facility in India and a one-of-its-kind aviation ecosystem, a project that will redefine the future of aviation in our country. This partnership is more than just a business agreement. It is a vision taking flight. It represents India's determination to build world-class aviation capabilities on our own soil, aligned with the national mission of Atmanirbhar Bharat. Under the visionary leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, India has embraced bold reforms and ambitious initiatives that have transformed infrastructure and industry. His call for self-reliance has inspired us to think bigger, act faster, and deliver projects that strengthen India's global standing. This facility is going to be a direct reflection of that vision, turning aspiration into action. We are equally grateful for the guidance and support of the Honorable Minister of Civil Aviation, Shri Naidu Garu, Secretary of Civil Aviation, Shri Sinha, Defence Secretary, Shri Rajesh Kumar Singh, and the entire team at MOCA, whose tireless efforts have ensured that India's aviation sector remains one of the fastest growing in the world.
Happy to be present here at this event marking the signing of an MOU between Adani Defence and Aerospace and Embraer. This collaboration reflects the evolving character of India's defence and aerospace engagement with the world, one which is increasingly based on partnership, capability building and long-term strategic alignment. It also reflects the growing strength, ambition and global integration of India's aviation and aerospace ecosystem. India today stands at a unique inflection point. We are the third largest domestic aviation market in the world and among the fastest growing. And the passenger traffic continues to expand at a remarkable pace, supported by rising incomes, enhanced regional connectivity, and the success of initiatives such as UDAN. This growth represents not only a demand-side opportunity, but is also a compelling case for strengthening domestic manufacturing capabilities in civil aviation. The establishment of a final assembly line in India is a strategic development of long-term importance. Aircraft assembly represents convergence of advanced manufacturing, precision engineering, quality assurance and certification, as well as global supply chain integration. By bringing this capability to India, we are moving decisively up the value chain from being primarily a market for aircraft to becoming a participant in their production. The MOU also brings together India's rapidly expanding defense and aerospace capabilities with Embraer's global expertise in aircraft manufacturing, innovation, and advanced aviation technologies. As all of you are aware, ladies and gentlemen, the defense and aerospace sectors today are not defined solely by platforms and hardware. They are deeply intertwined with advanced manufacturing, digital technologies, resilient supply chains, skilled human capital, and strategic autonomy. And in this context, partnerships such as the one being formalized today acquire greater significance than conventional commercial arrangements. As all of you are aware, India's security environment is marked by rapid technological change with evolving threat perceptions and increasing complexity across domains: air, land, sea, space, and cyber. Addressing these challenges requires not only capable armed forces, but also a strong, self-reliant, and globally integrated defense industrial base. And this is the core objective driving the Government of India's defense manufacturing and aerospace policies. Over the past decade, we have undertaken wide-ranging reforms to transform India from one of the world's largest importers of defense equipment into a credible designer, developer, manufacturer, and exporter of defense equipment. Through measures such as the positive indigenization lists, simplified acquisition procedures, and higher FDI thresholds, as well as encouragement to private industry such as Adani, and sustained support to innovation and startups, we've begun to see tangible results when it comes to creating a diversified defense industrial base in this country. And in this context, the collaboration with global OEM manufacturers remains indispensable. The MOU between Adani Defense and Aerospace and Embraer aligns precisely with this strategic shift towards Make in India. Embraer brings into this partnership decades of global experience in aircraft design, manufacturing, certification, and support. And its presence across civil, defense, and special mission aircraft provides a unique opportunity to explore synergies that extend beyond individual platforms to encompass systems integration, sustainment, and technological innovation. This MOU provides a framework for cooperation across a range of areas, including aircraft manufacturing, maintenance, repair and overhaul, training, and supply chain development. And it also opens up avenues for Indian companies, particularly MSMEs, to become part of global aerospace supply networks. From the Ministry of Defence's perspective, such partnerships contribute directly to our objectives of reducing import dependence, enhancing operational readiness, and ensuring timely availability of platforms and spares. Indigenous manufacturing and MRO capabilities also improve availability and reduce life cycle costs, which are critical factors for force preparedness. Collaboration such as this will also help build a skilled workforce capable of supporting not only domestic requirements but also global aerospace programs. I would also end by acknowledging the importance of civil-military convergence and public-private partnerships in aerospace. Many technologies ranging from in aerospace, ranging from avionics and propulsion to composites and digital manufacturing, are dual use in nature, and a coordinated approach between civil aviation and defense enhances efficiency, optimizes resources, and accelerates capability development. Let me end here by also saying that I am very happy to see Embraer making this investment into this MOU with an Indian partner without necessarily having an order on its books. Obviously, you will have expectations, and I'm sure the expectations will be there both in the civil and the defense domains. But it's important that you've made this commitment to India without necessarily relying on or making it contingent on an order being available. You are actually willing to participate in Make in India, and hopefully the market that India represents both on the civil aviation and the defense side will make this investment from you a profitable proposition both to you and to your Indian partner. Let me wish both companies the very best on this important day.
Embraer is very proud to stand here today. We're very, very pleased to go and sign our MOU with Adani. We see a big future ahead of us here in India, and we believe the stars are aligning to connect the initiative for the Make in India. We believe there's a huge opportunity here with regional aircraft, and I would like to have my few minutes that I have with you here to share a little bit of background of Embraer and why we see this as such an important market for us together. Embraer is the most diversified aircraft company around the world. We have 5 robust business units that we can see here on the slide. We had in 2025 a 7.5 billion revenue. 3 billion out of that is driven by commercial aviation, with around 80 aircraft today that we deliver per year from Brazil. Our main product being the 175, the 190 and the 195 E2. And last year we added 220 aircraft to our backlog, which represents a 14 billion revenue and a 5-year building backlog. So very successful so far. Also defense growing at a high pace, and we have a very successful executive aviation, service and support, and Eve. And of course, I believe many of you in the room know what we're doing on the defense side with both the Super Tucano and the KC-390, which we believe also has a great potential here in India. Next slide, please. This slide shows the success of Embraer globally. It shows 80 airlines in 50 countries with more than 1,900 aircraft delivered. I expect us to deliver this year the 2,000th aircraft of the family. And not only are we flying all around the world, we're also able to support these aircraft all around the world. But India, for us, is still a market that we really feel we can help develop further into the future. Next slide, please. So, if you look at the success of Embraer, this is just a snapshot of what Embraer has achieved in the last 25 years across the world. We delivered 22 different aircraft. So this is the powerhouse in Brazil, the capability to develop aircraft across its business units, executive aviation, commercial aviation, defense, and all supported by service and support. There's no other OEM or aircraft manufacturer in the world that has developed so many capability in such a short time frame. And if we then look at India, the outstanding current fleet that we have today represents around 800 units. But if you look at the backlog, we're looking at around 1,700 aircraft for the years ahead. But the regional part of that fleet is very small. So we really believe to really develop India from within to the smaller cities, the country needs a smaller gauge aircraft to really help develop the country and the development of the country's GDP. So if I project that into the next slide where we see the global presence of the regional fleet, you see that, for example, in North America, there's more than 2,000 aircraft flying in the regional transport aircraft segment. If you look at India, it's a two-digit number of 81 aircraft, of which 90% today are turboprops. So the regional segment of jets is completely missing. If you see what the potential is in a country like India, and with the numbers that Ashish just presented in terms of capability and potential, that tells you how big that market could be here in India for the years ahead. So that's where we believe really that together with Adani, we can work together with a goal to build the aircraft here in India. The exact aircraft type to be defined, so we will come back on that. But we are talking up to an assembly line, testing, delivery. We really believe in a partnership with Adani because they're very strong in supply chain, MRO, pilot training, so I believe the combination of that, we're able to develop a very strong aviation ecosystem here in India. And of course, beyond that, we're very interested to work also with Indian industry for much deeper localization. We need to build our supply chain, and we believe that here in India we can do that also with Indian partners ahead of us. So a potential first regional assembly line in India, that's what we're looking at here. We're very bullish to make that happen. We see a huge potential with components coming initially from Brazil, but as I said, we want to develop the indigenous market over the years to more and more make this a made in India aircraft. And that will allow India to really connect the second tier and the third tier cities in India. We know there's a lot of demand from smaller cities wanting to be connected to the bigger aerospace system. And this will bring not only regional connectivity, this will bring economic and environmental benefits. It will facilitate business and trade across the country. We are very certain that we will boost tourism across the country. And of course, for every Indian, provide everyday accessibility. So we believe the opportunity ahead of us is huge. Embraer is proud to be here today to announce the partnership with Adani, and we really look forward to making this a very successful future together here in India. Thank you very much.